Hello everybody, welcome to Spark Inspiration. It is so gorgeous outside that I'm doing everything outside today, and it's actually easier for me to set the camera up like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a leaf ready to block the microphone in case there's any gusts of wind, and every once in a while there's moonbeams came out, and you'll probably hear in the background Merlin. He's really excited. I leave him out some of his favorite treats and he comes out and eats. I love it. It's a kind of magic when I come out in my garden. I have every bird, but specifically Merlin, a black crow, that comes, and he legit gets a couple feet away from me and just looks at me, and I talk to him and I love him. But I just want to begin with the read with a couple of things I got excited about today. I was going through some of my collections and making jewelry, and I was able to get a hold of these beautiful gold Saturns, and I thought they were so cool with stars, so I made these really fun earrings, and I'm pretty sure these are gold plated. You know, to the naked eye they look that way. They have really, I'll have to check on my order whether they were, but something even more miraculous, and I love this. And I think I might make this into a necklace, is a ta-da, this crazy huge aquamarine heart. I'm trying to think how I want to set this. It's so beautiful, but it's really huge. And I sometimes just love having stones in their natural, faceted nature and not even set them and just have them for a while. But I love this as like a pendant. Look at that, because aquamarines are really, all the blue stones are really great about clarity and speaking, and I feel like that would be just utterly amazing as a necklace. I thought it was so cool. So what I'm going to use today is some of my favorite cards that I actually just sold. If you guys see any decks that you like that I use, and you think you might want to buy them or do a trade-off, just let me know. DM me over on Sparkwist11, because I just started doing that too. Did that with Emma, and Liz just purchased this deck, so I want to use it before I send it off tomorrow, because it really is lovely. And let's start with this earth and home. What really makes you feel at home, and are you spending time there? Are you spending quality time there? For me, it's right where I am right now. This is my backyard. It's filled with birds and cats and animals, and today it's got to be the most optimal weather that I've experienced in a while. There's zero humidity. It's like 75 degrees. It's breezy. It's sunny. The new moon is taking place tonight in the solar eclipse. It's just utter magic. It's so great. I'm in a really good mood, and I feel like this. I feel utterly grounded and centered, and just like in my most authentic natural strength. And I think that's why I'm going to film my podcast outside on camera today for tomorrow for the bigger channel, and we're going to be talking about boundaries. And I feel like when we're earthed, that's when we can create very strong, hardy, long-lasting boundaries. You know, we need to protect our energy, whether we're children, whether we're adults. It's like we need to say no when we want to say no. You know, there's, a finite, although I like to say time is linear, but there really is a finite daily amount of time day to day. And if we give in and we listen to people kvetch and agony on us and go on and on and on, and we enable them to live in those murky waters by just letting them go on and not having boundaries, it drains us, it takes from us. And to get earthed and to get solid and to have those boundaries in place, we say, listen, there's always a solution for everything. But when we just complain about the same things, that's not initiating change. And some people don't know the difference. So it's like that. This is helps us to rectify that, because when we're grounded and we feel good, Merlin just landed. Hi, Merlin. When we feel grounded and good, we do know the difference. We know this energy is a little bit off. It's a little negative. So wherever you feel the most home and grounded, gain strength from that, gain resilience from that. So then when you have to have that difficult email, or you have to have that complicated talk with a teen, whatever it is, you feel like you're at your utmost, your most composed, your most solid, and you're not going to compromise what really matters. Okay, your time, your resources, your integrity, none of that. Like I'm really big on, when I make my pieces, if there's anything, like just say I make a necklace, and there's anything that pinches or doesn't fall right, or the bead has a potential to crack or something like that, I see an inclusion that looks like, that's not going to be a long thing, I'll restrand the whole thing and I'll wear it around. I test everything. I don't like these two, I test things for heaviness and weight, so they're not overly heavy and they don't pull on your ears. Things like that. It's like you don't cut corners, and when you're earthed and grounded, you feel like you have all the time you need to do to implement the change that you need, right? It's really, really present moment awareness and being aware of self. Oh, I love him. He always comes so close and says hello. He's excited about the new moon, and I promised him a banana muffin treat later too. Okay, I love this because this is another thing that helps me exponentially. Silence with the snow card. I like that I have this leaf here too. It looks really, I love green. I'm so into green right now and quiet, soothing colors. But let's talk about silence for a moment. Have you ever got in your car? So no radio. It's quiet inside, and then all of a sudden you feel some emotions. You might feel like you want to laugh or you might want to cry. The silence lets us feel what we need to feel. We can't bury things, we can't hide things, we can't act like things aren't taking place. We need to feel our way through feelings so we can come out the other side. That might mean being uncomfortable for a while, and we have to do that. We have to confront ourselves, like, what have I been doing, that I don't think is like top notch or really what I want for myself or I wouldn't want for my family, and ask yourself that. And through that you can maneuver and get those insights to yourself, and just be honest with yourself. And I love that. But sometimes we run from that and we keep so busy and we do so much that we don't even know what is ailing us. So this is about let's take a look at what needs our attention, right? Sometimes it might be over imbibing in something. Now that I have my new schedule and I decide I'm going to do this for myself, because it definitely increases my awareness and helps my grounding. Get in the shower, get outside ASAP in the morning, where I used to lay in bed and answer messages and do things of that nature. But what happens with that, I get in a heavier mode, because not only am I inside, but I'm then tempted to turn on the TV, and then I'll watch some readings, and then I'll just get so cozy that it's like, it's hard for me to move a muscle and change a thought and transition outside. So now I just do that automatically, and it changes my day. So however you can transition into a healthier aspect of the day, so you feel grounded, so you feel situated, so you can have silence, because again, our house has all kinds of things. Usually there's music in the background, there's ACs, there's all kinds of things. When you only hear nature, that's a different kind of sound, right? It's a really unique, beautiful kind of sound. So you guys, that's your daily pop. Let me know what you guys think. I just want to show you this once more. Isn't this off the hook? It's ridiculous. I think it's like 52 carats. Like, look at how it would be in a ring. I mean, my gosh, here. But look at that, like as a pendant. I love this so much. I would love that in the center of like a fairy crown. I'm just like, oh, I'm really into really beautiful faceted stones right now. I just dig them and I love them. So again, you guys, happy new moon. And I'm also running a new moon special over, if you go on my IG and you see it's only $25. Great layout. I've got great feedback. I love it. I feel like it covers so many points. And sometimes it's just through the quiet power of suggestion that we do things for ourselves. We don't have to force ourselves. You ever do that? Somebody tells you to do something and then you don't want to do it, but you ever just suggest to yourself, hey, it's a possibility that I could walk for a couple laps around the park. I could have a great salad instead of whatever, Fritos. I could, just through the quiet power of suggestion from others and through self, I feel like we benefit to turn ourselves in a better direction. My one big thing too is to get out of my comfort zone and say yes. When I get invites from whomever, any family member, hey, do you want to go to the zoo? Do you want to go here and there? Saying yes to that, because I get very cozy in my work nook in my backyard. And then I'm like, hey, how long has it been since I've seen other humans that aren't my husband and, my son? And then I'm like, yeah. And then it's like, we need to transition, and in order to do that, you can get yourself enthusiastic about something. Like, picture you just having so much fun at that zoo, at that wedding, at that destination, and then you start to transition yourself into saying yes to these things, and it really is going to benefit you, because we do need variety. We do need to have that thing that sparks us, to get us excited about life and who we are and where we're going, as opposed to just treadmilling it. We need that kind of fully layered integration of our social self, of our private self, of all of that, so we can have like a myriad of experiences that we can then look at and get excited about, and then we say yes to more things, which is really great. So that's your daily pop, you guys. I'm going to go upload.